Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining our podcast today, and where we share real-time stories of our successful clients whom we got visas and who made life-changing moves with relocating to the UK. And we have a special guest today, Aishatu Adamo, and she has successfully got visa from our services. And Aishatu is here to share her story. And if you are thinking about relocating to the UK or other countries, episode is for you. And my name is Muzaffar. I'm your host today, and have a pleasure to introduce Aishatu and welcome Aishatu today, our special guest. And Aishatu, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations with your visa, Aishatu.
Thank you
Not
so
only
much.
yourself and your family and your children. So you come to the UK, so we've successfully got the visa. So perhaps you can introduce yourself and talk through about your experience and the reasons why you decided to move to the UK, Aishatu.
Okay. My name is Aishatu Adamo, and I work in Court of Appeal, and I'm an IT specialist.
You can actually...
Okay. Okay. I'm responsible for doing software maintenance, installation of softwares, maintaining it, hardware, network, and everywhere. Customer support, really, to the court, to the justices of the court. Yeah.
And you have more than 13 years of experience. I think when we initially had a conversation with you and your spouse, Abdulaziz, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, you have more than 13 years of experience in IT.
Yes.
You have completed bachelor's. You have a bachelor's in computer science.
Yes.
And I think your master's was, if I recall, was in ICT, like information systems. And then that was from UK, wasn't it?
Yeah, UK,
from London.
Kingston University.
Kingston University, fantastic.
Yeah.
So that what year was it?
2012, and I graduated 2013.
2012 and 20. So you actually lived in the UK.
Yeah.
You've been in London.
Yes.
Okay. Right, great. And the reasons why do you think, like, why you decided to? Maybe you can also brief about why you decided to move to the UK and why UK. And another interesting, I think, point to know is have you considered any other countries?
I haven't considered any country because UK is like a home. In that I've been here before, so I find it close to my hometown because it's just like 6 hours drive, 6 hours flight if you're taking a direct flight, maybe using the British Airways or so. So, and being that I've been here before, I think it makes it a lot easier trying to navigate myself around. Yeah.
And so I can see the reasons why UK also, like you studied here. You started in Kingston.
Yes.
Have you lived in Kingston area?
Yes, I lived in Kingston area.
Was it like Wimbledon or Kingston itself?
No, Kingston upon Thames.
Kingston upon Thames. Okay, fantastic. So you completed your master's from the UK.
Yes.
Then there are already, because when someone lives in the UK for more than 6 months or spends like a year or I think there are already some attachment, isn't it? Like to come to the UK.
To come to the UK.
Know the culture, so I think that's kind of it's like a magnet, isn't it? You want to come back.
Yeah.
And any other reasons why UK? I think when I think I asked you during the diagnostic session before you decided to move to the UK. I think you said this is for better future for your family, career. Any other reasons that you would like to add?
Okay, so actually the decision to move to the UK specifically among all the other cities is because of probably three main reasons. The first reason is to better the opportunities of my children. I have 3 kids, and for them to access a world-class education.
Yeah.
It's very important to them. The second one is to expand my professional expertise I had before. So I needed to upskill it and make it more professional and work in an area different from what I used to work with to get a feel. And also, I see it as a pathway to second citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
How important, by the way, you mentioned about career opportunities. You mentioned about the children's future. You have 3 kids.
Yeah, I have 3.
How old are they?
10, 8, 5.
It's a
Yeah.
great time to join UK schools. So now you got a visa. You're adapting, right? So you first travel yourself.
Yes.
Children will be
Children join
traveling
later, much
in.
later.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So the plan is you want to find
Settle.
accommodation,
Yes.
then
Furnish.
register for schools,
Register for school,
register
and
for
when they come, we are
medicals.
good to go.
So okay, great. So that now going back before you decided to move to the UK, um, how did you, for example, like what was your like? How did you come across to us? Like, how did you find us? First of all, maybe you can also brief about any fears of deciding, or like, for example, because people before when they approach. I believe Abdulaziz, your spouse, attended our webinar yourself as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
I recall that, and you watched the webinar, and then we book a diagnostic session, and after diagnostic session, you decided to move to
Yes.
make to sign up and start the process. But did you have any fears, or like people do have some fears? Okay, whether it's credibility questions, whether it's a scam or like, did you have those fears? I mean, maybe you can talk through
Okay.
those experiences.
I actually met VisaTier
Mm-hmm.
on social media on
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
and I think I saw Muzaffar advertising to join for a webinar. I just waited. I paused. I watched it to the end, and I said, "Wow, this is nice." Because I've been searching maybe for the past 4 years. I've been wanting to, but I think I was not mentally ready and getting ready. So when I just saw the post, I said, "Oh, this is nice." I just clicked and finished watching. After watching, I said, "Okay, I need to join this webinar." And I clicked, and I think we scheduled. I got an email, and I scheduled for the session, and that's where it started. Actually,
Diagnostic session,
yeah,
wasn't it?
diagnosis section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe I remember you joined diagnostic session with your spouse.
Yes, Abdulaziz.
We considered two like scenarios where you can be the main applicant, or potentially, I think Abdulaziz also were inquiring the other visa routes like self-sponsorship.
Yeah.
And I, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Abdulaziz has more, like your spouse has more than 14 years of experience in procurement.
Procurement, yes,
Yeah, and
procurement.
he's been a procurement
Yes.
director. And I
Yeah.
think, if I recall that our conversation, that he also mentioned that he has a master's degree from UK.
Yes, University of Salford.
Salford.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we came as a family, traveled for his
Right.
graduation in Manchester University of Salford.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
that was the same year as you studied, or
No, not the same year. That was 2014.
2014?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So we made it to be a family trip plus graduation.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. So you have both of you have UK degrees.
Yes.
And that could be another reasons why you decided
Yes,
to move to
so-
the UK.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so how did you overcome with those fears? Did you after the diagnostic session, did you still have some doubt, or, for example, like decision making is not an easy thing, and that's number one. Number two, in my opinion, I think the relocation is also not an easy thing. Like it's a huge move, isn't it? You are moving from one country to another. I think you've been living in Cote d'Ivoire, yeah, and you are from Nigeria originally,
Yes.
and but you also got your bachelor's from Malaysia,
Yes.
was it?
Yes. 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 The campus was in Malaysia, but
Yeah.
the certificate is the UK certificate. So it's
Okay,
the Coventry
bachelor's
University.
was okay.
Yeah, but the campus was in Malaysia, so I traveled
Yeah.
all the way to Malaysia for my BSc.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And how long you've been in Cote d'Ivoire? Like how long you've been living in Cote d'Ivoire?
You mean Abuja?
Did you live in Cote d'Ivoire or what?
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no.
was it Abuja? Was
No,
it?
it's
Oh,
Abuja.
sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so basically you've been in Nigeria
Yes, I
and
stayed in Abuja.
working from
Yes.
Nigeria.
Yes.
And when you applied we applied from Nigeria
Yes.
Visa Center, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, can you also, I think for our audience, it would be interesting to know the day when you got the visa, how that message came, and what kind of, the day when you got the visa, how did it feel, and what sort of emotions, or maybe you can share that as well.
Yeah. So actually, when I got the visa, I had to. I paused, and I was like, "Is this for real? Is it really, really for real? Is it time to move?" So I had sit down and just had to think about it. I said, "Oh, this is really this is the time. The time is up." So it took me a moment, and then I saw it first. So when my spouse came back, I allowed him to have a rest, and later I said, "There's something." This He said, "What is it?" I said, "The visa is out." He said, "Positive or negative?" I said, "Positive." He said, "Oh my God, thank God." Yeah. So I think it's a very nice one, and I was very surprised about it. Yeah.
And did you have like, what was it excitement, or was it like a mixture feeling? What was
I think
sort of
at first it's excitement. Then after a few minutes, realizing that, oh, this is out and I need to move. Then I had sort of kind of mixed feeling,
yeah
which I was taking it for a while, but eventually I've already started and the journey begins. So
yeah
I just had to put one and two together and just say, okay, that's the right time, and we've always waited for it, and it came true.
yeah
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you. And so you got a visa now. You came to the UK just recently, wasn't it? Like
Yes, just
it's
recently, just 1 week ago.
1 week ago.
Yeah.
So you landed, and so maybe you can now brief about how is like so far, like how that first week feels, in a sense that, I know there are so many challenges now you are facing. For example, the challenge of getting accommodation, like you said, registering kids to schools, um, uh, other, for example, matters like medical registration for GP, etc. So far, how's your how was this week's been so
Uh,
far?
Actually, it's been not a really good one, but I said
It's good to
it's
tell.
okay. Yeah, it's good. I actually came in, passed through the immigration processes, which was very seamless. I think I'm on the log. He just asked me, "What are you for?" I said, I'm here for on a skilled worker visa." He said, "Okay." He just asked me to give him, where is your course? He just checked the system and he said, "Okay, congratulations, just stamp," and I moved.
So it was quite
Yeah, it is quite
straightforward, seamless.
straightforward and
Great.
seamless. Yes.
Did you expect more questions from the UK border agency?
I was actually ready for all the questions,
Yeah,
but it didn't happen. So I think it's a good one. You just get the fear that, okay,
yeah.
what's the next question? What's gonna ask? Do I know the answer? And that's all. Yeah.
And so you're currently staying in what part of UK?
I'm currently staying at Maidstone.
Maidstone.
That's Kent, yeah, in
That's in
Kent.
Kent.
Yeah.
And I think you are currently living with your
Yeah, I'm living with my sister. I have a
sister.
sister,
All
and
right.
as I said, UK is home, so it's home. I didn't find a lot of difficulties getting to Maidstone or
Yeah.
Kent or so, because I had a taxi, and the taxi was already waiting for me, and I went there. I'm currently with my sister, trying to sort out the accommodation issue and all of that. It's very tedious, but I'm sure we'll get through it soon.
And you want to
Yeah.
live next to your sister then
Yeah,
in
I want to
Maidstone?
stay next to her so that we can always see and our kids
Yeah.
can always be together. Yeah.
How long do your sister? I mean, does she has a British citizenship
No,
or
no, not yet.
not yet?
She's stayed for 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And it's I think it's always good to have someone who have if you have relatives like
Yeah.
sister, or we have clients who also move closer to their relatives, because that's the best way to get all the
Yes.
support,
Yes, the
advice,
support.
and
I actually need it.
yeah. Great. And how's the search going? Like, what challenges, for example, you're facing so far, and have you been getting the support as well from after getting a visa?
Yeah, I actually got a best I think advice or sort of anything, because when I actually came, I had the onboarding, and the onboarding process was very seamless with Muzaffar. Yeah. And then any other question I try to ask this, and I always get a good response. So that was a very good what do you call it?
Of post visa.
Yeah, post visa
So,
experience. It was really nice. Team are very wonderful, because any question and ask, in the next minute I get the answer, and the answer is always right. So I really appreciate that, and
Thank you.
I'm advising people to come and and use our
So
use
you start
Viva. Yeah.
referring clients.
Yes, yes.
Good. Great. Okay, so regarding the challenges, so again, the main challenge currently is accommodation, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking for 2 bed, 3 bed.
Yeah, at the moment, it's very challenging because back home we have a lot of space, not like the Europe. So I was actually finding like a 3 bed with three bath or three toilet, and which I can't find one. I all the ones I've seen it's either 3 beds, 1 bath, or 2 beds, 1 bath. So that is quite challenging. But I think I need to settle with that. I have to have it at the back of my mind that probably I will. Let me start with something, then maybe
Yeah.
later I can check what I really like, then I will move. I really just want to settle down.
I hope you will find, because I think it's about like widening the search,
Yes.
the agencies also you approach. And I hope, yeah, you will find. But I think that's a good way, get the property,
Property, yeah.
and then like stay maybe 3 to 6 months, and
Months,
then
yeah.
eventually move to better. But you will know the location, you will know the
Yes,
streets.
I
You'll
already
know.
know the map of Maidstone now because
Great.
I've been house searching. Yeah.
How's the travel so far from Maidstone today? You travel all the way from Maidstone.
Yeah, I traveled all the
So
way from
you took
Maidstone.
a.
I took a train from Maidstone to Victoria. From
Mhm.
Victoria, I took the underground to Warren Street. Then I just had a like 5 minutes walk to the office.
Great. So five
Yeah.
minutes from
Yeah,
Warrington. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's quite.
So it's quite a
Okay,
long.
great. In terms of lifestyle, you mentioned about the lifestyle. Your lifestyle in Nigeria,
Yeah.
in Abuja, and what actually the comparing to like UK. Of course, when it comes to the UK, there's simplicity. Also the space. Maybe you also consider some cultural, differences, or sometimes people say like there is a culture shock. That's kind of new country, new
Yes.
environment, new regulations. So, what was the lifestyle comparing to the UK lifestyle? Maybe you can share.
Actually, I would say I found the lifestyle here very similar
Mhm.
because people are loving and finding things to do. It's seamless. You can just go online and do whatever you want to do, and you get it done. And moving around everywhere, you could just ask question and you can get the answer, or you can just use Google and Google will give you the right answers. I think switching the cultures, being that I've been here before, so I think it's not strange to me because I know how they live, how they work, how they are. So I think I have a little experience. Not that I'm black out. I don't know how to start. I don't know where to go. So I think the little experience I had before really actually helped me to navigate through myself because I actually came myself.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And yeah, because you are the main applicant now. Yes, your spouse is a dependent, and your children have dependent visas. Right. In terms of culture, yeah, I understand, and then the lifestyle, yes, where we have you have briefed. But my question would be about your career. So, for example, when it comes to your previous career and future career opportunities that you are looking, so what will be your future plans? What career? Maybe you can brief about your career plans for future.
Yeah. So actually, like talking about professional maybe transition to my career, I think I will have a great opportunity working with it's UK is known with the best IT sector, and I wish to work in the real IT section, and that will help me in my CV later. At least it will give me more. I will know how their working system is compared back home because we have a different working techniques. But because normally, like maybe in my home back home, you normally have the top-down approach, and here I notice we could have a junior team leader can suggest on something, and then the higher level actually work on it, not from top down that we have decision is making from up down back at home, and this is different. So I think it's a nice one, and I hope to transit into the IT sector very well with different courses like data analysis and so ever the AI. New technologies around. IT is just wild. Every 3 months we just get new stuff to learn or something. So I'm open to learning more and we're working in team and so.
Great, great. And then with your experience, I believe there will be plenty of opportunities, Aishatu, because you have strong experience, so strong CV, bachelor's in computer science, ICT, masters, and experience more than 13 years. So that's, I'm sure UK gives you that opportunity. And I think what people, I mean, our clients like and what we the see from our clients, the opportunities. I mean, UK is a country of opportunity now. You got a visa, opportunities, doors are open for these opportunities in terms of your career. In terms of business, I believe your spouse wants to do business as well. So for business opportunities are open and we can work and help. And also for children's education, also other opportunities, time, location, and time zone. I believe like UK is conveniently located in terms of business, in terms of travel. So so I'm sure you will have great career opportunities in the UK, and wish you luck. What do you like about the UK? Let's talk about the UK itself or London. So what do you like about London and what do you like about UK? You studied in London.
Yes, so this is making me very tricky. What do I like? I like everything about UK. Ease of travel, ease of going somewhere, easy to navigate to other European countries. Probably you have to go around the UK without having to get a visa or so. And what else? Everything about UK. I just like UK. I think I've never been to US. I'm looking forward to, but I think even if I go to US, I would prefer UK over and over again.
Weather. How do you like the weather so far?
Weather it's I think it's good now, but I'm looking forward to the winter because I always get cold. So I don't know. Even from right now, when I enter the shop, I'm always having my water bottle, the hot water bag, and thick socks. I've already had one, so I'm looking forward to the winter. Yeah.
Great. So I think you come in a really good time because the weather's been really, fantastic for the last 5 or more weeks now, and so it's glad to know that you like the weather in the UK. And in terms of advice for anyone who's watching us today, who's also thinking about relocating to the UK, sometimes people do have, decision. When it comes to decision making, I understand it's not an easy decision making, but what advice would you give to anyone who's watching us today? Who's thinking like, we want to move to the UK, but shall we go ahead?
Yes. My biggest advice I would give to anybody that wants to start is to start early and be through, because any moment decisions, the UK decides 1 minute, the next minute has changed. So if you really want to start, I think it's just to start early and then gather all your documents together, put everything together, and the process can be very overwhelming because you'll be thinking, will I be able to get all the documents? Will I be able to get the visa? At that point, you have a fear, but when you start and all your documents are ready, and with the help of your team, which makes all the fear goes seamless, I think it's a happy place to be. So please come to us, come to VisaTier, and you get your service done, yes. Because all the processes was done seamlessly, professionally, and any questions you have, right answers is given. So the fear of thinking, okay, will I get an answer? Will I get a reply? I won't get a reply in 2 days, 3 days. No, you just get your answer in one. So the team are really, really helpful. And please just start. The most important is to start. Once you start, you get there. I'm very sure. Yes.
And you mentioned about the changes. I think you made a very good point. Like changes.
Yeah.
The immigration rules are keep changing, isn't it? And it's a good time to come. We go it's been quite straightforward for you, right?
Yes.
Application.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long it took, by the way?
To get the visa?
Yeah, from
From
signing the agreement till getting the visa, the whole process.
I don't think it's up to. It's not up. Maybe roughly a month from the start date
Mm-hmm.
to maybe a month or so, and the visa came out in I think 7 days.
Did you go for 5 days decision making
No,
process?
no,
Just a standard
just
process.
start that process.
And it come in
and
7
it came
days.
in, yes, in 7 days.
Wow, excellent, excellent.
Even the 7 days, I'm sure it came out in 5 days
Mm.
because I think the switch. There's a switch of the visa home office with another service provider. So I think they're still trying to get it because when I went in, I just said I'm here to get my visa. They didn't ask me anything, and the visa was already ready, but I was just there because I didn't get an email. So I was just there, and they said yes. I just got the passport. When I collected the passport, I had to pause, open, and so that's lovely.
Excellent.
So it was very seamless. I keep saying it, very seamless. Your team did a very exceptional work, and I hope others will learn from us.
Excellent. Thank you, Aishatu. And your long-term plans then, you want to settle?
Sorry?
You want to settle. I understand you want to settle in the UK as well?
Yeah, yes,
The long-term plans?
Yes.
So how important is citizenship?
It's very important because I'm committed to building a long-term future in the UK, and I plan to apply for the indefinite leave to remain. If
Which is in
once
5 years.
once I'm eligible for it, and second citizenship gives a lot of opportunities. It gives you the work class to travel to a lot of, I think maybe more than 100 countries.
90 countries.
Maybe 90.
190.
Yeah, 190, yeah. So that makes it a really quick one compared to just having one nationality. And when you have a dual citizenship, you can go anywhere you want to go, and your life has changed. Yes.
Great. Aishatu, thank you very much. Thanks for your advice as well for listeners today, for our audience today. And thanks for sharing your success story. Thanks for coming, Aishatu. It was a pleasure meeting you again.
Thank you to Muzaffar, and thank you to all the team. I keep saying it. Thank you to all the team.
Excellent. And
Yes.
congratulations with your visa.
Thank you
It's
so
your family
much.
visa.
Thank you.
I hope all the settlements goes well, with now the next, and we in 6 months' time or 1 year time,
Okay.
we'll catch up again, and then you can also share your other challenges maybe,
Yes.
during this period.
Yes.
We will, as you said, post-visa support, we will continue supporting, so feel free to contact us. I'd like to thank you once again, and thanks anyone who's interested to move to the UK. This is we have heard from Aishatu today. She has shared her success story where she has made a real life-changing move with relocating to the UK, not only herself, with the family. And if you are thinking about relocating to the UK, contact us. We'll be more than happy to assist. And also, don't forget to subscribe for our YouTube channel, and see you in the UK. Thanks.